The following VATSIM video has been created by AviationPro for the P1 Pilot Training course of the VATSIM Pilot Training Academy. Visit academy.vatsim.net for more information. In today's video we're going to discuss what is VATSIM. I'm going to give you a little bit of history about the VATSIM network. We'll tell you about the structure and some statistics. We'll tell you what VATSIM has to offer, and we'll review some of the general rules. So let's start with the history of the VATSIM network. It all started in the 1990s with the development of new flight simulators and the internet. Now those flight simulators back then were of course not as fancy as today's flight simulators, but at least they were able to make a flight from A to B. And of course the biggest development of all is the internet, and it allowed people to connect with their computers and fly together in the virtual skies. In 1997 there was the introduction of Squawkbox. Squawkbox was a pilot client that allowed people to connect together to fly together in the virtual skies. Air traffic controllers used a program called Pro Controller in order to guide those pilots through the virtual airspace. Now Squawkbox is a pilot client that's still used today, and we'll discuss that in a later video. And then in 2001 there was the creation of the VATSIM network. VATSIM stands for Virtual Air Traffic Simulation Network, and it was created by a group of people to serve the needs of the flight simulation community and the online air traffic control community. VATSIM gained more and more members over the years, of which about 10,000 are active every single day. So now that you know about the history of the VATSIM network, we're now going to take a look what it exactly is. What is VATSIM? VATSIM is a virtual network for simulator pilots and online air traffic controllers. Basically, there's the pilot side. Pilots use their flight simulators to fly from one airport to another and make many flights. They can connect to a network with a pilot client like Squawkbox and then fly together in the virtual skies. Now there are also people on the other side. Those are the air traffic controllers. They use their virtual radar scopes in order to guide the virtual pilots through the air, and it provides a very realistic environment. It's just like the real thing. Now VATSIM is not only a network where people connect with their computers to fly around, it's also an international community. And this international community consists of many members from all around the world. And together they create a professional environment. An environment where real-world procedures are being used and where they are trying to recreate the real thing. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the VATSIM structure. How is VATSIM built up? So we have the main network, VATSIM. That's the main organization behind everything. VATSIM is basically split up in three different sections. There are the VATSIM regions, and those are split up again in divisions, and those divisions are split up again in VACs, FIRs or ARTCCs, and I'm going to explain later what those abbreviations mean. So let's take a look at the regions first. VATSIM has 6 different regions, and those are Africa and Middle East, Asia, Europe, North America, South America and Oceania. And those regions are again split up in divisions. So let's take a look at Europe, for example. Europe is the region, and Europe has 3 different divisions, each taking care of their own bit more local community. We have the VAT Uit taking care of the main continent of Europe, VAT UK taking care of the United Kingdom, and the VAT Russia taking care of the Russian-speaking countries and Ukraine. Those divisions are again split up in different VACs or FIRs. VAC stands for Virtual Area Control Center, and as you can see the VAT Uit has 32 of them. Some examples are Dutch VAC, VAC Germany, VAC Czech Republic and many more. VAT UK is a bit different. It has 3 FIRs standing for Flight Information Region. The same is with VAT Russia. It has 12 FIRs and 1 VAC for Ukraine VAC. Now those VACs and FIRs are local networks and communities that take care and are responsible for the air traffic control service in that country. So at a VAC you can get ATC training, and when you join a VAC you get to know the local procedures for each and every airport. And as a member of the VATSIM network you can become a member of your own VAC. So if you live in the Netherlands you become a member of Dutch VAC. If you live in the UK you're going to become a member of VAT UK. So let's take a look at another example, North America. It has 4 different divisions, as you can see: VAT Canada, VAT USA, VAT Mexico and VAT Caribbean. Now those are all divided in ARTCC, which stands for Air Route Traffic Control Centers. And those are again those local networks and communities that take care and are responsible for the ATC servers in that area. So that's basically the main setup of the VATSIM network. Now let's go ahead and take a look at what VATSIM has to offer. Why should you become a VATSIM member? It brings you together with other aviation enthusiasts. That's absolutely true. There are 250,000 other people who are interested in the same thing as you, in aviation, either the pilot side, the air traffic control side, or both. It's an international community with thousands and thousands of members, so you're really gonna be part of a very big organization. It's an opportunity to enhance your flight simulator experience. That's absolutely true. You are able to communicate with a real person. When you're the pilot, you're able to communicate with a microphone to the air traffic controller, just like the real thing. And it doesn't go much further than that. So it's a very realistic environment, and it will greatly enhance your flight simulator experience. It's a never-ending source of information. There's so much information on the VATSIM website, on the local VACs, and you learn a lot from other people as well. Virtual airlines. There are also virtual airlines available on the VATSIM network, and virtual airline is basically an organization that tries to recreate the procedures and everything about an airline, but then virtually. So there are also a lot of virtual airlines you can join when joining the VATSIM network. And then there's the real life member communities. When you become a member of a VAC, you can actually meet up with those people. They will organize meetings and dinner parties, or go to the FS weekend in the Netherlands, for example. Those are all real life meetings, and you get to know new people in real life. So it's not only via computers or speech and TeamSpeak. No, you also meet people in real life. Now there are a few general rules you have to keep in mind about VATSIM. You must be at least 13 years old to join VATSIM. It's not a playground. It's a very professional environment, and you're gonna run into trouble if you're gonna make stupid mistakes, and if you're going to ruin everything. And you have to have respect to other individuals on the network. It's very simple. Now those rules might scare you away. There are many more rules, and we'll review those rules in future videos. But these are the main rules that are very important before you join VATSIM. It's not a playground. It's a professional environment where everybody, wants to recreate the real thing and doesn't want to be disturbed by others. So joining VATSIM is not very easy, but after some reading and some help from our training videos, we're sure that you will make it through. So thanks for watching this first video of the P1 Pilot Rating program. In the next video we're going to give you a step-by-step instruction on how to create a VATSIM account. So good luck with flying on VATSIM, and we'll see you on the next video.